I'm the ordinary guy here to tell you that the extraordinary can be done. You can change your life and leave behind heart disease, type 2 diabetes, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, digestive issues, joint pain, and all the other health ailments that bring you down every single day. You can have the energy and strength to do the things that you love and the things that you never thought were possible. You can feel like you're riding an emotional high all day, every day. You can have the body, hair, and skin that you've always wanted. And while you're at it, you can give a big fuck you to the system that keeps you fat, sick, and tired while draining your bank account and making this planet an increasingly dangerous place to live. If that's not badass, I don't know what is. But nobody's going to do it for you. Nobody's coming to do the work while you sit back and wait for your life to change. You have to make the decision. You have to put in the time. But what if you could also make that work easier? What if you could finally have the plan that you've been waiting for? That's why I'm writing Badass Vegan. This book is for anybody who wants to explore a plant-based lifestyle but doesn't want to lose their cool. You don't have to shop in fancy grocery stores. You don't have to spend a lot of money on food. You don't have to buy expensive appliances. You don't have to give up being an athlete. And you definitely don't have to give up good food. Though, you do have to admit that you may have been sleeping on some of this shit. And that's okay. It's not like I've been vegan my whole life either. Nobody's perfect. I'm going to break down how exactly you can find the kind of success I have. I'll give you a hint. Going plant-based is a lot like starting a new relationship. You got to keep things exciting and a little sexy. But first, let's make one thing clear. Being healthy is a right, not a hobby. And especially now, we have to fight for that right. Almost half of all Americans have some form of heart disease. 70% are overweight. And by 2050, 1 in 3 of us will have diabetes. And in places like Ferguson and many other Fergusons that exist around the country, it's even worse. Black women are 60% more likely to die of heart disease than white women. 1 out of every 3 Black Americans living with type 2 diabetes ends up needing an amputation. And when it comes to cancer, we have the highest death rate and lowest survival rate of any racial or ethnic group. We've all had that uncle, aunt, cousin, brother, sister who passed away in their 40s, and it wasn't from a bullet or a car accident. People hate to admit it, but diet is killing Black people faster than any gun. We've got enough outside forces coming at us. Let's not help them out. Regardless of whether you're a person of color, take a step back and look at almost any hospital in the world. Want to know what they're not filled with? Vegans. No one's ODing on plants. Nah. These folks are living longer, reversing their heart disease and diabetes, lowering their cholesterol, avoiding Alzheimer's and dementia, getting less cancer, having fewer strokes, having less pain, and needing fewer surgeries, not to mention having more energy, losing unhealthy weight, gaining muscle, and having a better sex drive. I always say, if it involves fresh juice, orgasms, and avocados, I'm probably down. What about you? I thought so. How to use this book. I've organized Badass Vegan to make it easy and enjoyable for you to make the leap to a plant-based lifestyle. In fact, it looks a lot like my own transition, taking it 30 days at a time, giving myself permission to have fun with it, and not getting hung up on doing things perfectly. I wasn't a health coach or a wellness expert when I gave up meat, and I managed just fine. Though granted, I did a ton of reading, consulting everything from the China study to the World Health Organization to the CDC to fill myself up with the knowledge that I needed. And let's just say I got through all that dense, boring research so you don't have to. And I figured out all kinds of tips and hacks along the way.